What is up, guys? JayFerGaming here, and welcome to the highlights of the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix in F1XL Season 7. It's race 5 of the season, and if you haven't seen the other highlights, then get on it right now because there have been some great races this season. But yeah, Abu Dhabi is one of my best tracks, and I've won here twice before, so I'm expecting a decent finish. But there's some new drivers in the league this season, and they're very quick, proven here. I actually thought I put in a fantastic lap. Then I ended up 7th. Our boy, is that how you pronounce his name, took pole position on his debut, only just from Sigma, who's been dominating this season. Blue Flame returns. I'm going to refrain from calling him Agalos in this to confuse people. And yeah, down in 7th, my teammate in 11th, and why Swain is on primes, I will never know. Frozen is 58 seconds off the pace, so he probably should step it up a little bit. In terms of strategy, it looks like a 3-stop race, but I'm always thinking about making one less stop because I don't think I have the actual pace to outright win any race really, so I'm going to have to try something different. So from the start we're up to 6th, I think someone's disconnected, and away we go. We don't get a great start because we don't use traction control. Our boy's all over the shop, I think he's just lagging everywhere, but we're up to 5th, close to Dark Pred. Frozen's left somehow, and Pred's spun it, so we're going to have to try and avoid him, and we're off-roading, rallycross across the track, and coming up our inside is my teammate Wad, who's had a fantastic start from 11th, Originals as well, but yeah, Pred ended up ghosting, so that was a load of crap, and Originals has stopped. What's he doing? He just stopped in the middle of the track. I'm going to nudge from our teammate. Yeah, Originals had a warning that he had to let someone back through, so he just stopped. Not great driving there, but I'll let him off this time. So yeah, Pred ghosted. I obviously didn't expect that, so I went totally off the track and had no pace, and yeah, we're under threat now. This is a huge battle for 4th. My teammate's in 4th from 11th. He had no pace in qualifying, and honestly at this point I thought that he was actually a ghost car. That's why I was weaving at him to see if he could see me. But yeah, he had amazing pace. And you'll see later on what he's like to race with wheel to wheel. Because usually he's not too bad. But in this race, he was absolutely crazy. But we're up to 5th. So a pretty decent start. Frozen's rejoined. If I'm not mistaken, he is still in the race. So I'm guessing there's lag issues. Our boy, I'm not sure if he's actually in the top 3 because he was lagging everywhere. So maybe he left, I'm not completely sure. But that's actually all that happened in the first stint. My teammate, who had no pace at all in qualifying, is pulling away from me. And I wasn't sure if it was actually him, but luckily he didn't come into the pits because you had to pit on either lap 5 or 6 when you started on the options because they were absolutely gone now. So luckily he didn't pit, so I could come in on lap 6, and I thought I'm going to go for some prime tyres just to see how long they can last and hopefully convert this into a 2-stop race. So where we're going to come out, 7th place, not too bad considering other cars got the undercut. Looks like we're quite far behind, but I'm sure he'll come back to us, especially if we can make one less pit stop than the other guys. So once again, just like my previous races, my different strategy, you probably won't see too much wheel-to-wheel racing, but you'll see more strategic elements coming into it. But I think there's some wheel-to-wheel racing coming up here. Yes, there is. Swain has come out the pits, and we're side by side. I've got the momentum. Got to back out a little bit because usually I let the car run out wide. We're going to brake later than him. He's on the cool tyres, and he's made contact. He made contact with my rear tyre. It was like Bottas and Raikkonen round 3. It really was, but that was his fault in my opinion. I did turn in, but he was quite far back. He was in line with my rear tyre, so I was entitled to turn in. And now my teammate's catching up to me once again. His pace is awesome. He must be on the option tyres, and see what I mean? He just barged into me on a straight line as well. He had so much space and he barged into me. I don't think Water would do that, and he has the ability to drive in a straight line, so I'm going to presume it was lag. Because this was actually his genuine position. I'm trying to fight back because I want to stay ahead of him. I would say I do have slightly better pace than him, even though he dominated me in the first stint. So I'm just ahead of him. A slight bit of a corner cut. It's so easy to corner cut at this track, I must say. Especially when you're pushing, you want to make the track as short as possible. So if I do that, I really do apologise. But Water's right behind me. He obviously is on the quicker tyres, but if I let him past, I'm faster in certain sections, so he slows me down. So we're trying to defend. So lucky he ghosted there because he would have taken me out. See what I mean? He was all over the place. Yeah, I don't know if that's actually him, but look at this, barging me out the way. Look at this corner cut. I don't think he'd be doing that. Surely not. It's got to be lag. Because he can't have had the pace in the first stint with the lack of control he has right now. But on lap 10, we are losing a lot of time to the top 3. I'm not sure if I would have been fighting with them actually, but you never know. I am on the slower tyres as well, so we've got to get past Warder. He is slowing me up at this point. And you can see by the weaving, it's just so difficult to race with him at this point. I was actually scared to be taken out. That's why I was so cautious. So we're still in 5th, and behind me, Fireman and Swain are closing in, and they're going to be on top of me any second, literally, as we try and go for another move up the inside. We need to get the braking done. We take too much of a tight line, and then we have to adjust here. I have to keep cutting the corner because you can't get 2 cars side by side through that section. And finally we're up to 4th. But is Warder going to fight back? It looks like he might do actually. I'm trying to defend from him. It's quite awkward taking a defensive line down here. But look, he goes wide and somehow gets around the outside. And I give him so much room. And he actually hit my rear tyre. And I'm going to put that down to lag. I don't really think much else of that. It's got to be lag. So, lap 12. We're thinking of doing a 2-stop. We want to see how long these tyres last. So we did 6 laps on the options, which leaves 22 laps to go. So we've got to do 11 laps on these primes, and then I was thinking 11 laps on another set of primes. We outbrake Swain to try and defend our position, but there's not a lot of room here. So close, and luckily there was no contact, and now I've got Fireman behind me. I think they're both on the option tyres, so my pace has actually been quite good compared to theirs. So I'm pretty happy at this point, but I'm coming back with DRS. We're on the curb, which will make things tricky. Can we go around the outside? Have we got this done? We actually have. That's a great move there. And ahead is Frozen, who it said he disconnected, but I'm not too sure about that. And 12 laps in, you wouldn't have thought we'd be coming around to lap him. So potentially a ghost car. I just get so paranoid because of I think it was 2014 and possibly 2013 as well, where we had random ghost cars driving around the track, which just totally messed up league races. And he just seems incredibly slow, and he's totally on the racing line, so I'm going to presume he is a ghost car. And that's another reason why I thought Warder was as well, so I do apologise to him. So in 4th now, I think Feynman's gone into the pits. Swain is right on my tail. My tyres are just not feeling good, and it's only been 7 laps. Someone's coming out the pits just behind us. So Swain's behind. It looks like he could be going for a move here. And yeah, he didn't actually go for it. He probably remembered what happened earlier on where he span out against me. But there's a Force India behind us. I think that's Sigma who's come out the pits. So he's doing a 3-stop by the looks of things. Swain looks like he's going to get past here. No, he's not. He doesn't actually have the straight line speed, but he will with DRS. So we go on the defensive. But Sigma's also coming up. So I'll try and block him, but he just goes to the inside and I had to back out. I was going to swerve across him, but it would have been too dangerous. And what is with the cars ghosting into the braking zones? It's absolutely stupid. And Swain with the better traction is ahead. He won't get DRS. I'll get DRS. He does. He just took a while to engage it. And we're into 5th. I'm not completely sure if we're racing these guys. I think Sigma is a bit too far ahead. And Swain, if he's making a 3rd pit stop, I think we could beat him. So we could be fighting outside shot at the podium. But lap 11, we are coming into the pits at the end of this lap. 11 laps on these tyres is just too much. But we've got to stretch it out to try and make this strategy work. Pred is coming around my outside and he'll get the inside line. Good move there from him. He's on the prime tyres as well. So he must have stretched that stint out. Similar period to me, because he would have started on the options, surely. So yeah, he's doing pretty well. Got some decent pace with them tyres. But now I get DRS. I wanted to put it down to Lemix because I didn't want to actually overtake him. But I didn't put it down to Lemix for some reason, because I think he's pretty much let me through there. Because he knows he's going to get DRS in the second DRS zone. It's tactics with DRS. You do it every year. So I should learn from this. So obviously Pred's going to overtake me, but we're not really battling that hard. Though he's only slowly getting past me. Is he even going to get past me? I'll try and outbrake him. And up the inside, he's still there. And we just hold him off. We have to cut the corner once again because, as I said before, you can't get two cars side by side there. I've had a couple of incidents there in the past, but we don't have great traction. So Dark Pred does switch back. He's going around the outside. It's so difficult, two cars side by side there. He's gone off the track, but I think he's going to get past. No, he's not. He's still behind. I'm doing well to defend this, but I think... No, I don't actually... I've done my maths wrong, haven't I? No, I haven't. What am I thinking? We're on the 10th lap of this stint. My maths is horrendous at this point. It's been a long day and I'm pretty tired. But yeah, he's going up the inside here. I'll give him a lot of room. And now is when we have a car on the back of us. Blue Flame, Agalos. As we brake so late there, trying not to hit Pred in the back. But we're giving everyone room. We don't want any contact. Just want a clean race. The most consistent driver will probably win this title. And I pride myself on being consistent, but I don't think I'll win the title. I'll give it a good shot, but it's going to be very tricky this season. There's some great drivers with some great pace, but do they have the consistency of me? We'll find out. But lap 17, after 11 laps on these prime tyres, we are coming into the pits. And that's Pred as well. So is he doing the same strategy as me? If he's going on primes to the end, then it's a battle between us for 4th, maybe? 4th, 5th place? We'll have to see where we end up. So lap 18, are we coming out in clear air? Yes, we are. We're down to 9th. Our boy is left. I'm not sure if he's lagged out or something. But we're on to lap 22. My teammate is ahead of Pred. Me and Pred had very similar pace. I couldn't actually catch up to him. And this is a brilliant moment. Team play right here. Nice on Warder. He's just taken Pred out. I don't know if Pred was going into the pits. I don't actually think he was. And Warder turned in to make his final pit stop. And took Pred with him. So that's gifted me a position. And that is brilliant. So thank you, Warder. Thank you so much. And that's all that happened, really. Dark Pred was battling with Feynman for quite a while, which held Feynman up. I think Feynman was actually on the option, so if he wasn't battling Pred, he might have caught up to me. But the last 2 laps, my tyres weren't feeling too great, so I coasted home. Didn't want to risk any penalties or just crashing in general. For 4th place, this is a decent result. Consistency is the way forward, and we're coming home for 12 points. Decent result there. And we don't actually get to see the results because this glitch happened. Frozen is just stuck. So that adds fuel to the fire in terms of he was a ghost car, which is very annoying. So after this section will be the standings, and if you enjoyed this race, please leave a like. If you want to see more videos like this, then subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you in the next F1XL race.